So Grox just gently tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Hey, brother, slow your roll. We need some time apart." So good opportunity to record today's video, I guess. And on that note, this is unbelievable. Last month, February 2026, the Grok app downloaded 13.84 million times. I'll continue to say it. If you're not using Grok every day, you are fucking up. And separately, as an investor, if you're not paying attention to what's happening with AI across the board, every application, whether we're talking about coding, an LLM, image generation, video generation, by the way, rest in fucking peace, Hollywood, music, art, and real world embodied AI in humanoid robots, you will regret that. Check this out. Google's data center build out could top $1 trillion. Google's chief technologist for AI infrastructure, in a recent interview with Forbes, quote, "Just in simple numbers, if there's a 10-year quote, and we're at 175 to 185 billion this year, one could imagine, assuming it's not going to go down, that this could extend to some big numbers over 10 years. The article goes on, "We did the math. At 185 billion a year, in 8 years, Google would be spending 1.5 trillion, slightly more than OpenAI has committed to spend over the same period of time. Extend that out to 10 years, and Google would be spending $1.9 trillion. And surprise the fucking prize, Elon Musk has entered the chat, posting rookie numbers, 10 trillion, or you're not even trying. And if you think he's joking, you have got another thing coming. Although this post is a little tongue-in-cheek, bro is serious. In case you forgot, just over 1 month ago, XAI was acquired by SpaceX. We covered this at the time in great detail. But the short story was these two companies needed to be together, and their plans were truly out of this world. The stated mission, quite literally, quote, "Scaling to make a sentient sun, to understand the universe and extend the light of consciousness to the stars. In the long term, space-based AI is obviously the only way to scale, to harness even 1/1,000,000th of our sun's energy," which is just so insane. But he's serious. Would require over 1,000,000 times more energy than our civilization currently uses. So it follows, the only logical solution, therefore, is to transport these resource-intensive efforts to a location with vast power in space. I mean, space is called space for a reason. Enter orbital data centers, including plans to launch 1,000,000 tons per year of satellites into space for AI training and inference. And that's just for starters. Don't forget, SpaceX has already requested via the FCC permission to launch a constellation of 1,000,000 satellites to power advanced AI. So let's think through this logically. How exactly would a company spend $10 trillion? Well, for starters, the company would need to have $10 trillion. And how would a company acquire $10 trillion? Well, be the largest, most profitable money printer of all time by far, no contest, hands down. You could fund this essentially entirely from your own profits, or maybe borrow a little bit as well, secured against your money printing business. The only way to get even close to this scale of spending is to become far and away the greatest adder of value and producer of profits the world has ever seen, not just by a small margin, but by a truly astronomical amount. And how exactly might one pull this off? That's what she said. Well, you'd want to go after all of the largest sectors, industries on Earth, not just one or two, all of them. Disrupt them all massively at enormous value, and do that predominantly on the back of AI. I saw this post from Arthur on X, who wrote, "AI will replace 90+% of all human work in healthcare, and that will be a great thing." To which Elon Musk moments ago replied, "True. Not the first time Musk has commented on AI, specifically, by the way, humanoid robots, shout out to Optimus, and the healthcare industry." Which, for those of you playing along at home, according to Google's AI, because again, I'm still in the Grok timeout, fuck my life, let's just call it 6.5 on its way to 10, 11 trillion dollars. And safe to say that literally everyone watching this video has had some experience interacting with the global healthcare sector. Need to see a specialist? Great. Yeah, we'll happily book you in for an appointment. The current wait time is 18 months. Would you like us to book you in a year and a half from now? Great. Want to see a doctor? Cool. You like waiting? Oh, you don't? Oh, well, too fucking bad, because you'll need to do a lot of that in order to be seen. In hospital, think you're going to have an army of nurses with you 24/7? No, that's not how it works. But we do have a button you can press in case of emergency to bring a nurse to you when he or she is available. AI, analyzing imaging, MRIs, X-rays, and so on. Screening for cancer, looking at joint injuries, analysis, diagnosis. That's going to be huge. But so too embodied AI, humanoid robots, caring for people in hospitals, rehabbing after surgeries, care for the elderly, in nursing homes, at-home care, help with bathing, all this kind of stuff. It's just so obvious and apparent there's going to be massive multi-decatrillion-dollar disruption in healthcare. P.S. again on the record, it's a matter of time until SpaceX, XAI, X and Tesla will become one. Just in case you're new around here, that's my operating thesis. But you know what's even bigger than the global healthcare industry? Here's a hint. Elon Musk recently posting, "This will be big," after a user on X shared some thoughts about X money. Did somebody say the global financial services industry? Well, conveniently, it just so happens the global financial services industry already today is around 35-ish trillion with a T dollars. Roughly 30% of global GDP, a little over in fact. So let's just call it a third of global GDP. And importantly, it is a rapidly growing industry. Massive growth expected over the next few years and beyond. Obviously, this makes sense. Large portions of the world still currently lifting themselves out of poverty. Developing nations, massive increases in productivity. It's only going to grow from here. So when Musk points out regarding X money that this will be big, this is going to be the understatement of the fucking century. Let's just think about this. Literally everybody watching this video, bar like a few percent maybe, happens to own Tesla stock. That Tesla stock is currently not held with X money. You know what's going to happen when all you motherfuckers have access to X money and you can move your stock portfolio over, move the rest of your financial services, your savings accounts, high interest accounts, debit cards, credit cards, move your shitcoin across, your mortgages for your investments, your own occupied residence. Here's my prediction. X money is going to happen a lot faster than most people expect for two key reasons, other than, of course, the fact that it's a Musk-led project, getting shit done very quickly, blah, blah, blah. Reason number one, money is just information. We're just literally talking about bits on a computer. That's it. Entries in a database. As Musk has pointed out, this shit's not complicated. You're not moving atoms around. You don't need to mine materials, refine them, move them, ship them, manufacture. Reason number two, the X platform itself has hundreds of millions of daily active users, instant customers. Not all of them will immediately adopt X money, but you may have noticed on X how quickly people started utilizing the Grok explain this post button. It's everywhere. Or tagging Grok, "Hey Grok, is this true? More context, blah, blah, blah." Got integrated into the platform and bam, crazy usage. When X money is out of beta, goes global and launches, adoption is going to be ridiculous. And despite claims to the contrary from retards out there who know better than Elon, Musk is a marketing genius. William Shatner, who played James T. Kirk in the original Star Trek series, and somehow is so incredibly coherent, vigorous and vital in his mid-90s, has been given early access to X money. He's an extremely active user on the platform. This is, by the way, the William Shatner. And he has been posting relentlessly about X money since. Here's a screenshot he posted on his profile where he now has access to X money. He's given a bunch of other people access as well. Here's a notification he received. He shared this screenshot too. "Elon Musk sent you $42. And he wrote, "It came as a pop-up message on my phone." And I was thinking, what the heck is he doing now? More people have been using these features now since gaining early access. William Shatner showing his current balance on X money at $198.03 after a few other transfers from Phil and Bum. There's also a little notification here. "Set up direct deposit. Earn APY when you deposit your paycheck into your X account. And get the X card. Spend your funds and get cash back on blah, blah, blah." We get it. Full financial services coming soon. This is no joke. They ain't messing around. When Musk says the everything app, he means it. Deposit money, send money, request money. Or if you happen to be the company massively disrupting the financial services industry and offering all of these services, using your big brain engineers, integrating AI, doing things better, faster, more efficient, make money. Trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars. Want more content? Early access? Bunch of perks? Click the links in the pinned comment. AG1 has been part of my daily health protocol for almost half a decade. It's packed full of vitamins and minerals and helps me fill in nutritional gaps while supporting energy, digestion, and immune function. It also has prebiotics and probiotics to promote gut health. I take my health very seriously, and so should you. Try AG1 today by visiting drinkag1.com/SMR or click the link in the pinned comment and enjoy a free welcome kit with vitamin D3 plus K2 and AG1 travel packs. That's drinkag1.com/SMR.